Hollywood, the place for glitz and glamour. Everybody knows everybody. Fun parties, tuxedos, ball gowns, seemingly the most perfect life. However, this is not the true Hollywood. There is a dark and repressed side to this Tinseltown.
But now producer Harvey Weinstein is facing multiple sexual harassment.
Comedian and actor Louis C.K. has just responded to accusations of sexual misconduct.
To the index of other news tonight, Dustin Hoffman accused of inappropriate behavior.
Out to new allegations, against Kevin Spacey.
We have breaking news tonight. Sources tell CBS News New York City police have brought prosecutors new rape allegations against Hollywood mogul Harvey Weinstein.
Throughout Hollywood's history, men in power have used their positions of authority to gain sexual advantage over women, many of the cases falling below the public eye. However, recently, many women have come forward in response to the Harvey Weinstein allegations, bringing to light not only his personal wrongdoings, but those of the entire industry. This is Hollywood's best-kept secret.
I'm not going to do anything. You'll never see me again after this. Okay? That's it. If you embarrass me in this hotel,
I'm not embarrassing you. It's just that I don't feel comfortable.
Honey, don't have a fight with me in the hall.
It's not nice.
Please, I'm not going to do anything. I swear, my children. Please come in. On everything. I'm a famous guy.
I'm feeling very uncomfortable right now.
Please come in now. And 1 minute. And if you want to leave, when the guy comes with my
Why
jacket,
yesterday you touched my breast?
Oh, please, I'm sorry. Just come on. I'm used to that.
But
Come on.
are you used to that?
Yes, come in. Because
No, but I'm not used to
I
that.
won't do it again. Come on. Sit here. Sit here for a minute, please.
No, I don't want.
Harvey Weinstein, well-known former film producer and executive, is famous for movies such as Pulp Fiction and Shakespeare in Love, among others. In his long and decorated career in Hollywood, Weinstein's name has been interwoven into Hollywood blockbusters that have received a total of 303 Oscar nominations and 75 wins.
Harvey Weinstein, Bob Weinstein, God bless him.
Harvey Weinstein, who believed in us and made this movie.
Harvey and Bob Weinstein.
Harvey Weinstein.
Thank you, Harvey Weinstein.
Especially Harvey.
I want to thank Harvey and Bob Weinstein.
Thank Harvey Weinstein.
However, his Hollywood career and reputation has come to a quick and sudden end. Since October, more than 80 women have come forward describing some form of assault or harassment they received from Weinstein. The chief whistleblower of the entire controversy was Asia Argento, an Italian actress who was sexually assaulted by Weinstein in 1990 while he still worked at Miramax Pictures. Since the allegations against Weinstein came out, more women have come forward with even more claims against some of Hollywood's biggest celebrities. This influx of accusations has been dubbed the Weinstein Effect, with big names like Louis C.K., Kevin Spacey, and Dustin Hoffman being muddled from multiple allegations. So we're left with the question, why is sexual harassment and sexual assault such a systemic problem in Hollywood? In order to understand why sexual assault is such a problem in Hollywood, we need to understand why sexual assault occurs in the first place. Assault is not about sexual desire, but rather the need to be in control and exert power over another individual. Sexual assaults usually occur where there is a familiar relationship between the two individuals. Hollywood is the classic example of who you know, not what you know. As a result, there are numerous relationships in which an individual relies on a more established actor or director in order to better position themselves for success. This creates power discrepancies between familiar individuals which set the stage for an atmosphere of sexual assault. One reason that people in Hollywood get away with this is because they think the rules don't apply to them. With all the power in the industry, whether it be as a director or the star of a show, men have been using their power and dominance over others, especially women. In Hollywood, due to such an overarching industry lacking a singular jurisdiction, there really isn't a true human resources department where people are able to go to report anything involving coworker interactions. Even if they did go to a higher power, the process of accusing someone was so long and arduous and brought so much more attention to the issue. Many were afraid to come forward with sexual allegations because of the fear of being blackballed. When a person is blackballed in Hollywood, especially by a powerful figure like Harvey Weinstein, they will most likely never be able to get a job in the business again. When people are trying to get into the industry, the last thing they want is to be blackballed. Another reason people didn't go public was because of private settlements. Many times, when a person was going to come forward with allegations against a higher power, they arranged a private settlement with that person instead. This essentially meant that people who were sexually assaulted were basically paid off to keep quiet about the sexual assault. These are known as non-disclosure agreements.
For me, frankly, I still don't understand why it's possible that you could have a non-disclosure agreement and with anything that's been involved, harassment or abuse sexually. I don't understand that. I think that it creates a culture of silence and where victims feel, culpable. And we need to now know that it's not their fault and to hold people accountable for their actions.
In 2015, model Ambra Batalana was encouraged by her lawyer to sign a $1 million agreement to never talk publicly about an incident where Weinstein groped her breasts in an attempt to reach his hand up her skirt. Another woman who went through a similar situation said, "When you make private settlements, it doesn't warn the next woman or the next person going into that situation. It was the norm for people in Hollywood to simply pay off anyone who accused them of sexual assault." Why are all of these allegations coming out now after so many years? Why have all of these people been silenced for so long? Throughout all of the allegations, it only takes one person to come out against a perpetrator, and then the rest follow. Another reason is how recently women's rights have been taking a front row seat, with events like the Women's March and the #MeToo campaign. Both of these events have brought women together to work as one, as well as empower one another. The #MeToo campaign was an internet movement that encouraged people to come out with their own sexual harassment stories. The point of this campaign was to show just how prominent sexual assault was in the world, with the creator knowing, if all women who have been sexually harassed or assaulted wrote "Me Too" as a status, we might give people a sense of the magnitude of the problem. It was not just women who posted the hashtag, it was men as well, and the results were shocking. Over 12 million instances of #MeToo appeared on Facebook within less than 24 hours of the hashtag's creation. This showed the sheer amount of people who were sexually assaulted and encouraged everyone to be open about their own experiences. So with all of these allegations coming out, will Hollywood finally be able to have a real discussion about sexual harassment? Many celebrities have shared their own opinions on this issue.
The consequences have been so severe for somebody as powerful as Harvey, I think is a real kind of shot across the bow of any man who's engaged in this kind of behavior. I'm hopeful that would make them, that would deter them from doing it or make them think twice. Or you go like, wait a minute, you have to take responsibility for your actions. There's accountability now.
One of the most interesting parts of the issue is how the accused respond to the allegations, whether it is with an apology or with silence. A day after sexual misconduct allegations emerged, Louis C.K. released a formal statement addressing them directly. He shattered both the silence and the public's expectations with a truthful, heartbreaking confession and apology. Unlike in C.K.'s apology, Weinstein seemed to direct attention away from the topic at hand, attributing his behavior to the age and standards of an earlier time. Louis C.K. stated simply, "These stories are true." He followed this with an extensive apology, coming to the conclusion that, although he asked each woman first, they were in no place to oppose. He explained, "But what I learned later in life, too late, is that whenever you have power over another person, it isn't a question. It's a predicament for them. The power I had over these women is that they admired me, and I wielded that power irresponsibly." While Louis C.K. had a seemingly sincere and extensive apology, Weinstein had a long-winded and off-topic apology, commenting on the NRA, Jay-Z, his bar mitzvah, and his friend's retirement party. He also ended his statement talking about the $5 million that he had donated to various female directors at the University of Southern California. He talked about how he had a realization about his past actions, stating, "I realized some time ago that I needed to be a better person, and my interaction with the people I work with have changed. I appreciate the way I behaved with colleagues in the past has caused a lot of pain, and I sincerely apologize for it." While many do not see this apology as sincere, others say that it is a step in the right direction, that it is progress in actually having a conversation about sexual harassment. With all of the information and allegations, is it possible to separate the man from his work? Is forgiveness in sight for these men? It would be easy to wish for a blanket answer to this question, but the fact of the matter is, if you're looking for a cure-all, you won't find one. The question regarding the legacy and sincerity of these men is now up to the public.